Your country is growing at 7, even more percent per year. We are growing, next year we are going to grow at 5% more. And I think that the fact that both economies are growing, and given that we have the infrastructure for a good trade relationship, mutual trade could grow at a very, very high rate. I wouldn't be surprised if it grew at 10% annually.
Okay. And can you tell us about agri-tech? Can you also tell us about the other areas of cooperation that India is heavily looking to invest in Israel on? Because Israel has a reputation of literally making the desert green. And there have been bilateral visits on the part of the agriculture minister in Israel, Mr. Avi Simhon, to India on multiple occasions as well. Tell us about that particular sphere of cooperation. How important do you see that going forward?
Again, I think we're pretty good at agri-tech. We're pretty good at that because from the outset, when the Jews came to Israel, we found here land which is not that hospitable for agriculture. So we had to be very sophisticated in order to produce the amount of food that we needed. So out of necessity, and since we are, again, James, we are good at innovation, I think that this necessity made us good at agriculture. And again, there is some cooperation between Israel and India in those areas, and I think there's huge potential. Huge.
Since you've tracked this relationship for a while, what were in your views the missed opportunities so far? Where do you think we could have done better, say over the last 30 odd years? Because if you go back to bilateral trade between the two countries in 1992, it was a minuscule $200 billion, and we used to basically trade in jewelry and diamonds, among other things. It's now gone up to 6.5 billion, but many people believe that 6.5 billion is still not enough. It needs to double, perhaps even triple.
So I think that both our countries went through some evolution in our attitude, in our respect for free markets, opening the economy. And before that, don't be insulted, but both our economies were a bit too socialist and a bit too close, too much regulation. And in the last couple of decades, both India and Israel have shed a lot of regulation, open market, open the economy. And that fact allowed for this increasing cooperation.
Yes. Final question, sir. You would have, of course, heard of the India-Middle Eastern corridor. You would have also heard of I-202, in which, of course, there's been a lot of cooperation between India, United Arab Emirates, United States, and Israel. But given the shadow of conflict that we've typically seen in the region for a very long time, how significant is that roadblock in terms of this kind of multilateral cooperation that we've witnessed?
I think that now that the war is ebbing, yes, it's about to end. I hope that it's about to end. All those opportunities that were waiting for us before the war began. You remember all this talk about peace between Saudi Arabia and Israel, and Saudi Arabia is just between India and Israel. So I guess improving relations with Saudi Arabia and the good relationship that India has with Saudi Arabia. India, by the way, India had a lot in opening the corridor for flights from Israel over Saudi Arabia at the time.
Yes.
So I think that this fact that relations are improving fast with Saudi Arabia, between Israel and Saudi Arabia, it also has this corridor between India and Israel. And again, India has a very important role, is a very important country, which is friendly with both Saudi Arabia and Israel.
All right, really, that's a very comprehensive assessment that you shared with us about the evolution of Indo-Israeli ties. Thank you, sir, for speaking.
Pleasure.